Good morning, or it's just ticked over to good afternoon here in Melbourne, Australia, and welcome to my weekly wealth and abundance energy reading for the 20th to the 26th of April 2020. Now I am a few minutes late. Facebook on my computer wouldn't let me go live, so it was taking ages, so I grabbed my phone and I've done it there, and I can see that I'm a little bit crooked, so that's going to annoy me, but I'll just have to soldier on regardless. So I hope you have all had a good weekend, and I hope you are all going okay. The card reading is really cool for this week, and it's all about using the law of attraction to have the outcome that we want, and particularly in this time. So the first card is the belief card. So this says, I have high aspirations for my children. So these are I'm all out of whack today. These are my own higher wisdom parenting oracle cards, which I have created specially to help with spiritual guidance to know what your children might be needing from you. And this belief card is basically about using the law of attraction and using our energy to project the outcome that we want. So for those of you who don't know me, I have been teaching about the law of attraction for around about more than 10 years. And it's something that I'm really passionate about, and I teach it in a way that is a bit different than the way most people teach it. But basically, the way the law of attraction works is that everything exists, every possibility and every outcome in the world exists in the quantum field, which is basically it exists in a matter of potential. Okay, and then when we can align our personal energy with what it is that we want, our dreams, our aspirations, our goals, our successes, when we can align what it is that we want, and when we can sort of lean back and allow the universe to work with us to bring it to us, as well as us taking that affirmative action, then that dream will then manifest and come to life. And that's why my page is called Bring Your Dreams to Life, because I have a special gift for helping people to bring their dreams and aspirations and goals to life. Now, some goals and dreams and aspirations that you think you want might not actually be in your highest good or in your highest interest. So when we are thinking about what it is that we think we want, we need to just be soft and gentle with it, and not feel like that's the only option for an outcome, because something way better, something that we could never have imagined, might come along and totally trump what we ever thought that we would want, and be way better. And other things might come along to challenge us and to help us grow. And that's all part of our life path too. That's all part of our journey, because we're here to grow. We're here to evolve. We're here to learn. And so it's really important that we learn and we grow, and that we see the challenges as part of us making the next step towards where we want to go, rather than being an obstacle or in the way, actually helping us to move forward. And that's the way I see this whole coronavirus thing, as yes, it's a huge challenge. Yes, some people are seeing it as a huge obstacle. I'm seeing a lot of people talking about how the economy is going to be ruined. It's going to take us, generations to get over this time. But I'm choosing to focus on, and this card reading today is all about really choosing to focus on the fact that what is the good that's going to come out of this challenge, and what is the new normal that we want after all this dies down. What are the things that what are the areas in your life that are thriving for you right now in this time? And to really dig deep and to really find the benefits, really focus on the kindness, really focus on the fact that, people are becoming more community minded. People are a lot more open-hearted and loving. People are spending more quality time with their children. People are sorting out their relationships. So they're either thriving or they're really being able to sort things out by being together, or their relationships are falling apart because they're spending a lot of time together. And you know what? Maybe that's okay too. Maybe that's all meant to be, rather than just going on where we never really spend any quality time together and we just get by. So good morning, Michelle, and good morning, Katarina. And I can see someone else is watching, but I'm not sure who it is. So this week's reading is all about creating the reality that we want. So the first card was the belief card, and the write-up for this card in my book is something that I studied when I did my psych degree, and it was about a study that they did. I think it was around about in the 1960s, where they had 2 classrooms full of children, and they split them up into so that they were average across both classes academically. So in each class, there were very bright kids all the way down to kids who really struggled at school, and vice versa, in both classes even. However, the teachers were each told, so the teacher for class B, she was told that she had all the really, really bright students, and the teacher in class A, she was told that she had all the students that struggle at school and struggle academically and weren't so bright. And at the end of the 12 months that the teachers had these kids, the kids where the teacher was told that she had all the bright kids got a really good mark, and the teacher who was told that she had all the struggling kids basically all got really poor marks. So, it was a really, really powerful study, and it shows how our expectations of what outcome that we want for our children, that we want for our own lives, that we want for the whole planet, really impacts on what actually happens and what actually occurs. Okay, so that's just a beautiful example of how this all works. So the second card is the integrity card. So this card says, I may not be a perfect parent, but I always act in my child's best interests and keep my word. So this card is all about acting, whatever you're doing, acting from your own integrity. Okay, and yes, act reasonably, act within the law, but you also need to do what's right for you and to feel and tune into your heart about what it is that you need to be doing, and be true to yourself and trust yourself as well, that everything that you're doing is exactly the right thing that you're doing, even if it feels like you're doing nothing. Okay, so a lot of people are struggling, and in the last couple of weeks, I must say that I've been struggling to really be productive with anything. I've, been wanting to just keep the house tidy, keep my kids happy, spend quality time with them, look after myself, spend time in nature. And, part of me is like, oh my God, I'm not getting anything done. And, even last night, I sat down to watch MasterChef because I am enjoying that. And I'm like, where did the time even go today? I couldn't even tell you what I did. But when we're maintaining our own integrity, our own energy, we just need to do what feels good. And if that means you are feeling super productive and you are doing all these things, that's fantastic as well. So the third card that's come up is from my good friend Julie Lewin's Arakira Celestial Guidance Oracle deck. And Arakira is actually a channeled healing modality that she has created over 35 years of healing other people. And it's a self-healing modality where there's a whole lot of techniques that she's created to help people to heal themselves, because the era of the guru, of us looking outside of ourselves for someone else to heal us, is slowly sort of melting away. And yes, we still need to reach out and get some guidance and get some support, but ultimately we have it within ourselves to heal ourselves. So the first card that came up from Julie's card today is the Angelic card. So it says, expect messages from the angelic realm. And Julie and I speak quite regularly, and she's been sharing the beautiful synchronicities and the thought, how she's just thought of someone and they've called her, and how she has said something on the one hand and then it comes up in her Facebook feed on the other hand. Or she overhears someone talking about that very same thing, a really unusual, unique thing at the shops, or just a lot of repeating numbers that you might be seeing on the clock, synchronicities, things that are just coming together, seemingly coming together quite effortlessly. And whether you want to say that this is messages from angels, personally I really love to think about the angelic realm. I feel like angels have such a beautiful energy, and that they're watching over us and that they're giving us signs, and that we always need to ask for their help. Thank you for all the loves, Michelle. So this card is a reminder that the angels are sending you signs and signals and synchronicities, and letting them know that everything is going to be okay and everything is working out all the time, and for you to really open your eyes and notice those signs, and not just let your conscious mind or your ego just fob them off as, oh, that was just a random coincidence, or I look at my phone all the time, so of course I'm going to see 1111, or whatever it is. That's not the way the angels work. The angels are sending us signs all the time. Another beautiful sign from some people love finding feathers on their walk. That's a sign for them, for angels. Butterflies are another sign. For me, I love hearing songs that have meaning on the radio, with beautiful lyrics and words, or just keep an eye out and keep seeing those signs and know that the angels are with us. And if you're having a really hard time, make sure that you call upon the angels to support you and guide you. And actually another thing that's really important that's coming to me about angels is that you can send angels to look over someone else, a loved one who you can't be with right now. A lot of people are saying to me, it's really hurting that I can't go and visit my grandmother or my mother that might be in an aged care home or might be in lockdown for whatever reason, or my kids are at their other parents and I can't be there with them and I wonder what's going on for them there. Send angels to watch over them. Send angels to protect them. Archangel Michael is the sort of the head protector angel. Archangel Raphael is a healing angel. So have a look up the different archangels and ask them to go over and to watch over your loved ones for you if you can't physically be there. So that's the angel card. Then the fourth card is another law of attraction card, and this is called real. So this card is in the physical body, and it says what you see, feel or touch and your imagination is real. So the message from this card, and look at that beautiful image there, it just looks really powerful. So the message from this card is that there are two kinds of reality, okay? One reality is the 3D reality, where there are things that we can sense with our 5 human senses, okay? So this computer that's sitting in front of me, I can touch it, I can see it, I can hear it, I can work with it, okay? It's real. But it's no more real than what we can imagine being real, okay? So if anything that you can imagine, anything that you can, like unicorns, for instance, this is a conversation that I often have with my daughter, who's 11, and she says to me, Mum, are unicorns real? And I say, they are absolutely real. And she says, but no one can see them, feel them, hear them, touch them with our human senses. And so it's really difficult for her to comprehend that they're real because she can never see one with her physical eyes. However, she can see drawings of them. She can see them in her imagination. She can feel their presence when she needs to call upon a bit of magic. And I say to her, that's just as real as, our cat that you can pat and, physically hold. And it's the same with our outcomes and with our with what we can envisage in our imagination for the future of our planet. So if you want our economy to bounce back, if you want us to to have more peace and love in the world, if you want us to have freedom and have choice about where we go and who we see, then stop complaining about the fact that we can't do that right now, and bring into your reality that into your imagination, write it down, journal upon the kind of world that is real, that you want to create, that is real in your imagination, that you want to create real in the physical, and really focus on that and try and leave the other stuff. If you want to be across everything, if you feel like you want to be in the know, you feel like you need to be across at least what rules and what understanding you've got about what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do, that's all good and well, like be across that, but then leave that aside and really focus on the love in your heart and the abundance in your world, and the abundance that you want to continue to create and see the world creating in the near future. Because the more of us that can hold that intention as a collective, the quicker that we'll move through this time, and that we will move to what it is that we actually want. Okay, so I feel a bit ranty today, but I feel so strongly about this. Fill your newsfeed with positivity. So just to summarize, whatever you believe will happen, whatever beliefs you will hold, and enough of us hold the beliefs, that will be what actually happens in reality. Okay, make sure you maintain your integrity. Okay, be true to yourself during this time, and keep your own word, and trust yourself and trust in your own heart. Remember to keep an eye out for the angels and for signs and synchronicities, and know that the angelic realm are watching over you, and know that whatever is real for you in your imagination and in what Abraham Hicks would call in the vortex, and to create that reality for yourself so that it can come to us, and that we can all live in abundance, that we can all be prosperous, that we can all be of service and be giving and receiving equally, and to live in harmony where everyone's looked after. And that's certainly the vision that I'm holding for our future. So that's all from me for today. Thank you so much for those of you who have watched live. For those of you who are watching the replay, I would love for you to say hello, pop in #replay, share a snippet of your own reality for the future and what you'd like to see come into the present. And remember to be grateful for all the good things that are in your world for this week and forevermore, really. Thanks, Michelle, and thanks everybody, and I'll catch you all again roughly on the same time next Monday. Bye for now. Have a great day. Have a great week, everyone.